G'day folks, and welcome to this playthrough of Gary Grigsby's War in the East, the German-Soviet War, 1941-1945. This is another Matrix Games war game. This is a monster. Gary Grigsby's War in the East is quite famous just for being this huge, massive beast of a game that intimidates many people. It is very expensive. It's about 118 Australian dollars at full price, but this is the original War in the East, the first version, and it is very often heavily discounted. You can pick this up. I think in the Matrix game sale, this was around 30 or 40 Australian dollars. That works out at about 20 to 30 US dollars, and it is a big game. There are a lot of different scenarios in this. I will point out that I won't quite call it the sequel, it's War in the East 2 was released, I believe it was last year or the year before, and it is an updated version of War in the East. If you're going to pay full price, they're both about the same price, so you may as well buy War in the East 2, but as I already had War in the East 1, I see no need to purchase War in the East 2. War in the East 2 is an overhaul of War in the East. It provides, I understand, new scenarios. They've revised the AI quite considerably. It's a much stronger AI. They've revised the map, they've revised the rail network, revised order of battle, things like that. But it is fundamentally, and they've revised the interface slightly, but it is fundamentally the same game. So if you own War in the East 2, unless you really care about those subtle upgrades, there's no need to get War in the East. Sorry, if you own War in the East 1, you don't need to get War in the East 2. So I don't own War in the East 2. I do, however, also have War in the West, which is another beast of a game and is somewhat different to War in the East, so I haven't played it too much. This game is intimidating, and a lot of people, and initially I sort of shied away from it because it's so big, but what I want to do in this video is kind of demonstrate how this game can in fact be played quite easily and without much thought, without needing to read through the massive rulebook. Now I do have the rulebook with me. It is 334 pages. That's the revised rulebook. The original is 382. I have both rulebooks with me. Manuals, I should call them. Very heavily illustrated, lots of lovely images, screenshots, things like that. I have consulted this. I will point out as well that I've used to play this quite a lot back in 2015, 2016. I think that's roughly when I bought this. I played through the campaign, can't remember what happened, but really had a very good understanding of how this all works. And I just thought I'd dive back in. Having played recently the East Front series, I thought, well, what can War in the East offer on a similar sort of similar scale and complexity? There is, and I want to point out as I play through this, that you really can dive in deep. You really can read that manual and understand the intricacies of your supply network, your rail network, what else comes up, your air groups, your combat unit, fort level construction, just flicking through the rulebook here, air superiority missions, air transport, air dropping, partisan night supply, partisan attacks, various replacements, access withdrawal. It is an immensely detailed finish, withdrawal, German units in Finland, all these kind of rules that you can worry about. What I'm going to do today is pick the Army Group North scenario. So I want to see, road to Leningrad, here we go. Now this is a 17-turn scenario. And I am incredibly rusty. I have not looked, I just flicked through the manual then, but I have not reread anything. So I'm just really jumping in cold. I want to show you kind of how easy this game can be to play. So let me go back a screen. I've got Axis, I'm playing the Axis. So it's the computer controlled AI. Difficulty normal. Yeah, just to kind of show you how things are done. I can't remember what my game options are. I have fog of war off, historical weather, yeah, all those kind of things. Pick a scenario, jump into Road to Leningrad, click this little button down here to load it up. 17 turns. Okay. So this is effectively Army Group North. Now, I can't remember the exact supply rules, but what I do know is that you have to kind of keep your headquarters very close. So you've got your rail lines. You'll be getting your rail units. Here's my rail unit. You can see they have railroad, what is this, RRC, railroad conversion points basically that they spend. And I'll need to set them onto the railroads to expand my supply network. Headquarters draw supplies from the rail and they send that forward, I think about 5 hexes to my units. You also have air units, and your air units can do things like, I'm just thinking, where do I want to bombard? Where's a good place? I want to focus up through here. So hitting this unit here, I can hit F6 for the bomb unit mode, right click on the unit, and that unit has been bombed, and I can't really recall what that does, but it doesn't sound good, right, for them to be bombed in that way, if you can hear the sound effects. Okay, so the way, so I'm on air bombardment mode, I can also bombard airfields, or I can bomb cities, I can do air transport and air transfer, and that shows the sites of activities. F1 brings me back to my basic movement mode. F2 is for rail mode, which I won't be using very early on, and I don't worry about these. All right, so with F1 selected, you can see all the German units. You can see their strength points, 9, and their movement, 16. And look, I'm just going to approach this as a very basic level, and just start finding my way through these units. You can click a stack and left click and it'll bring up the entire stack. This shows the friendly terrain and Russian terrain. On the right we see the units in that stack. Now this is an important interface here. You'll notice that I have an infantry division here, the 269th. They only have a movement rate of 16th, and then 2 panzer divisions. Now it may be the case that I want to reserve these panzer divisions to sort of exploit through the gap. The way, there's no movement phase or combat phase. It's activate a unit, do movement, do combat, move to another unit, do movement, combat, come back to that previous unit, continue moving, continue combat. It's a very kind of mixed system. So what I could do, for example, is try to attack with this 269th Division, try to break through, and then activate the 6th Panzer Division, and they can push through that gap and exploit. In theory, that's what I could do. I do have my Panzer Divisions are close to the front, and I've got some, let's click off that. I've got some mechanized, what do I got here? Motorized divisions back here. You can see the headquarters there. There's some more 3rd Motorized Division, the 56th Panzer Corps HQ, some more infantry behind the lines here. Everyone's sort of bunched up in this northern area, trying to get through. Okay, and I'll bring up the objectives. Here are the flags. So you can see we've got a long way to go. And we're driving up north towards Leningrad. So there's no, you'll notice some of the major cities have names. I believe that is Daugavpils. Yep, there it is. The key crossing of the Daugava River. So that is what we're striving for. This crossing here, there's that other crossing there near Jegavpils, or of course Riga way up the north. But this is what we want to, this will be our key crossing. So breaking through here, crossing through, getting to that crossing here. So I mentioned this is, you know, you don't have to, I could think about air bombardment, I could think about combat odds factors, I could work out fortification level. If I hover over this, you'll see the information on that target. In fact, this button here toggles fort levels on. You can see all along the front there, they're fort level 2. That's often a good thing to keep up in the first turn or two, but I know they're all level 2. I know they're all going to be difficult to smash through. There's also a river there as well, so I can hide units by pressing that button. So that shows that Niman River, which is kind of dividing my forces at the start. How am I going to break through here? Let's It's really, this is the critical area here. I want to clear this railroad out. So let's get the infantry here. And now if I click on that stack, it selects every unit in that stack. I think I want to really make sure they punch through. So all I do is I left click and then I right click on my target. I have odds of 999 to 1. The enemy retreated. I can try and do this one at a time and we'll see what happens. I can advance, and if I hit across here, what's going to happen? Odds of 3 to 1. The enemy retreats. And maybe they can attack again, and that routes that unit. They've been attacked twice. Now, they still have... Yeah, they'll keep attacking. 10 action points left. It's cost them 2 to move into there. I'm really using this one. I should have attacked with one at a time. But all I'm doing here is moving the unit, right-clicking. That shatters that unit. They'll move right-click over here. They'll have 5 movement points left. They'll attack down here. Yep, doing well. Thanks, guys. 2 to move down here, and maybe we'll try and attack that front there. Surrendered, great. So that one infantry division has done a lot of damage along that Soviet front. All I've been doing here is left-click on that unit and then right-click on their target. They can keep attacking, can they? Yes, they can. May as well. Okay, now we'll bring in the other infantry division here. We'll try and open... What I'd like to focus on is getting those 2 panzer divisions there with a clear route through to Daugavpils. That means bringing this division. Now you'll notice this stack here has a strength of 9, movement of 50. That's not actually the case. You'll find that when it looks like that, the infantry division has a movement of 16, and they're stacked with their headquarters, which has a movement of 50. So that can be misleading. I'm going to grab one of in fact, this division here. I'm going to left click to deselect the headquarters. So now I've just got you'll notice that purple pink band around the top division, the infantry division. I've selected them. I want to bring them across to here. You'll see the movement, so how many action points I'm spending depending on where I move. It also highlights with this display the limits of my movement. So it's really convenient. I can sort of know that I can move up here if I want to. But as I said, I want these guys to open this front and really facilitate this drive to the east. I will eventually want to drive north, but just for this first turn, my priority is clearing out as much of a gap through here as possible for those panzer divisions, using this infantry to clear out a way. Ooh, that's bad. They've held. Okay, so we're dealing with some strong opposition there. Maybe, of course I am. Maybe I bring the 290th. Actually, what do we got? Yeah, I'll bring the 290th and deselect the panzer division. So you'll see now I've only got the 1 division highlighted. Right click onto there. Okay, so I've got 2. So I've moved these 2 infantry divisions up. They are both selected now. It kind of automatically does that. Just to show you, if you left click anywhere off the map, it deselects units. I can left click on that stack and then right click there. I now have 12.42 to 1. They retreat. I want to keep chasing these guys. So I'm going to move in there and then attack them again. And that shatters them and again clears out that corridor. I've got a bit of movement left, so I might push up here. Push up here and clear that little division out of the way. Clear that little division out of the way, just like that. All right. The Soviets are bound by zones of control. Everyone's bound by zones of control. What is the restriction? It's something like armoured units can push through, infantry can't. Depending on supply as well. So the little coloured bands in the top left corner, they indicate supply, I think. And, what is it? When you're in full supply, I think you can sneak through. I'm not going to bother reading the 384 pages. Right, but what I've done now here is punched a pretty good gap. I could now, if I wanted to, I just want to see what else I can do. Yeah, they might be able to hit a little harder. I wonder if I can bring these rail units up now. So if I bring them up here, one to convert there, one to convert there, one to convert there. You can see I'm just converting the rail as I go. Now I want to push these guys out of the way. I don't quite know what's under. We've got a rifle corps. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, they're routed. Alright, we'll keep pushing. I'm not going to hit that armoured division there, but I will hit this motorised division, push them out of the way. And now maybe I can hit this. I'll give it a go. Probably not going to work out well, yeah, they'll hold. But I can now return to deselect that division, my railway conversion, convert there. This is not controlled. Okay, so I can do that kind of on the way. So now I'm going to get my motorized division first, I think, and I want them to move through there. Now this is the thing, if you do something, if you make a mistake, or you can often undo, I can't in this case. I want to be able to clear out this area here. So I think my motorized division should be able to, yeah, just enough to clear them out. And then we'll swing around here, force them to retreat. When you move adjacent to a routed unit, they panic and run away. We will return to our rail unit. They have converted that space, and they're out of movement, so they have to stop there. Do I have any other? I think I only have the one rail conversion unit. But what you'll see happen is I think I have, there's various options you can set, and I think I have automatic rail conversion set. So whilst I have this FBD4 group, you can automate it, and they basically do 1 hex per turn if you don't do anything. But of course you really want to do as much sort of manually to get it going. Okay, so we're starting to push things out here with this mechanized unit. Push them out to there, and they can drive out to here and see what they can get done here. They retreated, great. Can I get one more attack on them? So you can see basically they have these, they have action points. So these two panzer divisions have 50 action points, movement points, and they use those for either movement or combat. So I can get all the way down to here, and I wonder if I can both clear out that parish or the airborne brigade and then get a hit on Daugavpils. I wonder if it'd be better to spend perhaps 3rd Motorised Division to try and, yeah, they won't be able to attack. They may not be able to attack either with one. I can try it though. Alright, so yes, they can attack, which shatters that formation, which means I can then bring these two panzer divisions. They may not be able to. I can't recall what the cost is. Yeah, they just can't attack across the river this turn. Next turn they'll be able to. So we're on the outskirts of Daugavpils. Here's a turn up here. It's turn 1, the 22nd of June, first day. Alright, let's focus south of the Nieman River now. And these guys will be entrenched. So I'll send 2 divisions in. Again, left click on the stack, both are activated. Right click on the target. They retreat. And again, I could bring in some air to press F6, click on the air, right click, ground forces were bombed, left click, right click, ground forces were bombed, you know, things like that happen. You can follow along really closely if you care about that kind of stuff. I think kind of in the grand scheme of things, I don't know how much of an impact it really has. I'm sure it does, but it's been too long for me to remember. So left click on the stack, right click. Let's try and shatter these guys. They're routed, good. We'll deactivate one of these divisions, get the larger one activated, and they'll now attack down the line. Nice, they retreated. Routed. We'll then push down here. Hit those guys, they're routed. And we'll hit these guys in the front. And they should be routed as well. Cool. Advance with them. And we'll advance up to here. We'll then deactivate the headquarters. And so Cornus is right on that cusp of that river. It'd be probably better. Let me see if I can actually attack from here. I can, but I'd like to get 2 divisions. Now let me show you how you can... Cornus is an important city. It is not an objective city, but it's on that southern rail line. It's going to be hard to capture though, so what I'd like to do is bring a large force to bear. So I'm going to activate this stack, 3 infantry divisions, move it up to adjacent to the river, and you press and hold shift and just hover over. I haven't clicked anything there. I've just hovered over that other stack. I could, yeah, won't let me. But hover, I'll show you again. Left click on the map, left click on a unit to activate the stack, hold shift, hover, and they become activated. If I hover over the target, you'll see that attack symbol come up. I right click on that, and it's a combined attack. That's how combined attacks work. Really easy to do. I can then advance to Cornus. And they're out of movement, they're out of movement. Headquarters, you click a headquarters and it shows you units that rely on it. Let's bring the headquarters up close to Cornus. Okay, they will come up as well. Okay, we'll bring them up to there. Bring our air units up. Again, I don't really use air units. Sometimes if the Russians intercept, they will become active. Yeah, push them into there. Push them into there. Alright, this is the headquarters for these Panzers. What do we got here? The 41st Panzer Group, and I want them close to the front. Yeah, they'll just rush right up. Alright, but let's get the motorised division to help clear out the flanks here. These guys will likely retreat. I'm going to watch this little formation in here. And what can I do about that? You'll notice these guys have 0 movement. They can't activate on the first turn. So I'm going to rely on this Panzer, this motorised division, 3rd motorised division, to take care of this situation here. They can't move. Yep. Going to move them up into there. That'll force the routed units to run away, and hopefully they have enough strength to rout them. Yep. Alright, I want to kind of block these Russian units from coming down here, so I'm going to move into there. Yep, headquarters will retreat as well automatically if you get too close to them. I've got a small, weak tank division in the way. Retreat them. Keep pushing. Oh, jeez. Now, do I go north to Riga or east? And clear out those, basically force them to retreat further away. I think we might go north. There we go, we've cleared that path and blocked the retreat for all these units. Well, not quite block them, but close to blocking them. I've got another motorised unit here. Again, select the stack, deselect the other units in the stack, and what I want to do is just kind of pin all these guys in. Alright, so they all retreat because they've been routed. I'll hold them there for now. Okay, this headquarters here. Bring them up to there with an air unit. Okay, so now we've got this, looking at the 1st Corps 18th Army and some more corps. Okay, so these guys, it's their job to kind of clear out, I guess, Estonia. And how do we do that? Alright, 1 division at a time, moving up. pushing out. This is just a, what's the formation? Fortified region force. They're very easy to kind of defeat. We'll try and use them to clear out this front. That could be a tough unit, so I'm going to bring in some help. Again, shift, hover over, hold shift in. I should point out, you have to hold shift in throughout all this. So they force that retreat. They can attack there. And we'll push in. They retreat. Keep chasing. They all rout, which is great. They are all routing. So now if I bring in one of these divisions, they'll all run away. I can pin them in against the coast. This could be a bit of a gamble. Yeah, it is. They can't do anything. Maybe I should have brought these guys in to attack with them. But these guys are going to chase these routed units. Bring up the headquarters now. Oh, so I've got the tank division sitting here. I haven't really contained them very well. Here we go. We've got some another formation here. My big headquarters. Okay, I won't do anything with them. Just looking through my air units. Got a security unit here. They could be handy for just protecting my flanks a bit. And kind of trying to pen that armoured. It's probably the strongest formation in the area. That, what is it, 23rd Tank Division. I've got these headquarters down here. I think they're all okay. These headquarters here could get, let's see. Bring them just a little bit closer. This is the army level headquarters. Put them on the rail. Okay, so if I click on, I think this is the one. Yep, this shows the rail. So all the red is unusable rail, green is usable, orange shows. I think it is rail under repair, and yeah, I'm hoping that means that it's available next turn. Alright, I could do more with these guys. I could probably really pin them in. Maybe I should just keep driving. I could get an attack on Riga up here. No, I can't get an attack on Riga. For whatever reason. Alright, when you're done, you just press F12, click yes, and it runs through the AI turn. So there you go, turn one in a matter of a couple of minutes. It's, yeah, very much point and click. You, as I said, you can worry about all those logistical things if you want. If you're playing the full game, you need the full campaign. You might want to concern yourself with production. You can bring up this. You will need to concern yourself with partisans. You can bring up your sort of rail network. You can see what's been interrupted, and you need to just kind of attach some of those security units to deal with those partisans. But these smaller scenarios are a very quick and easy way to get started in what really is a monster game. And you don't have to touch the manual. You can just start pointing and clicking and learn things as you go. Alright, so we're now up to the 26th of June, 4 days later. So 4-day turns. We've gone 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. So you get this at the end of the turn. It shows you losses. I'll also point out, if you go to info screen, click on the star, it shows you victory. Now this doesn't necessarily update. This shows you what the Soviets are gaining. So they have Leningrad for 300 points each turn. They get 5 points end game 300. So they get 5 points each turn for Leningrad. If they hold it at the end of the game, they get 300. Yeah, you also get points for losses inflicted. I've inflicted a lot of losses on the Soviets thus far for 38 points. the Soviets getting points combined for losses I've sustained plus holding those key objectives. So really I'm looking for, in fact Leningrad's only, oh here it is, for me Leningrad is worth 500 points, so different values for the Soviets and me. Nothing for holding it each turn, I'm really only looking at end game objectives. Leningrad, a few others are pretty important. And if you want a quick kind of glance at that, you go to map information, click on the flag, and it'll show you where they all are. You can see they're all the valuable ones are around that Leningrad area. So I need to get up there and push. Navigate around the screen with the arrow keys, zoom in with the scroll wheel. And you can see they've just abandoned. The Soviets have just, the AI has just abandoned Daugavpils. And I get a free crossing of the, what's it called again? The Daugava River. Alright, so let's get this infantry to catch up. We'll get, how much strength do I throw at this? They shouldn't be very strong, they should be fortified. I reckon if one division should do the trick. Okay, routed, good. And we will, can these guys hit? Nice, a retreat, that's okay. So see how I'm just swapping between units? You don't have to pick a unit, resolve everything completely. They can't attack, they don't have enough. Well, they will. Force them to get out of the way, please. Damn. Here we go. These guys will do the job and route them. So yeah, I can click and change between units freely. Protect that southern shoulder. You don't have to garrison cities. Place the headquarters. As you can see, this headquarters supplies these two units, and I've tried to put them midway between. I think it's 5 hexes supply range. I could be very wrong there. Alright, let's try and get this security unit out of the way. That'll be smashed, shattered. And we'll send this division up here. Okay, I'm holding the Panzer divisions till last to see how far my infantry can make it up. Headquarters. Headquarters. You want them on that rail line? I forgot about that. All right, let's check my rail. That's what I was going to do. So, rail. Yep, we converted. So good. So these guys can now go. Let's go converting. I don't know if there's a shortcut key for that. Rail conversion. Rail conversion. I think it's R actually. Is R work? No. B? V for build? No, that's breakdown. Alright, so I'm building the rail out towards Daugavpils. Going to cross here and fuel my panzers on the way to Leningrad. Supply is critical, and if you can cut off Russian units, they become very weak. So this unit was a 4, it's already reduced to a 3. Got these guys on the coast, which I will now press and hold shift, hover over that unit, and then hold shift, right click. That should retreat. Oh, they surrendered. And might bring them up just to help, just to be safe. They retreated, okay. We'll keep the pressure on. They can't move anymore. Notice there's 0 movement points. They still have 4, so they should be able to go in, and one more attack. Could be risky. Yeah, they hold. So, we'll try and... Do I have some more units here? These guys can come up and finish them off. No, they're retreating. Just route, guys, route. Routes we go. Okay, and now we'll move up these guys, clearing out these routed units and hitting that last little pocket of... This is way ahead of historical schedule, so I think 2026. I don't think the Germans were this close, this quickly. All right. Here you can see the automated construction battalions. They've started to come out. So here's my main manual building detachment. These are the guys that come out automatically and they just start building these little 1 hexes at a time along these secondary roads. These guys can now move, and we might get them to go north towards Riga. Look, I think the Russians have been at Riga as well. They're panicking. Alright, let's not bring the headquarters in. Let's bring that in, and oops, and that in, and this is an important attack. So again, shift, hover over, and then right click. Yeah, we got them. They retreat. They've got to be wounded though, right? I'll bring in that division. They're routed. I don't know where they went, but they're gone. Okay, security unit. I don't know if partisans pop up in these scenarios, but I'll keep them nearby on these vital rail networks. Bring in this other security formation and the RHG command. I don't know what that is. RHG. Big headquarters. Safe for them to move up. Here we go with these guys. They were going to move north, weren't they? Oh, they can't move yet. Not activated. We can bring up our air bases and the Luftflotte headquarters. Here we have the this is the 18th Army headquarters. We'll bring up the respective headquarters. This is for these guys down here. Well, they haven't moved yet. That was silly. We can bring them right up there, clear out that pocket. Not going to worry about those guys. I'll sort them out later. What I will do is advance into Riga and have a think about what to do here. Did I say Estonia before? I think I made a mistake there. Alright. Now, I can get an attack on those guys. Just want to keep the Russians unsettled. Keep them retreating. I'll be able to get one more attack. No, I won't. But these guys will be able to. In fact, these guys can march all the way up to the outskirts of Tallinn, which doesn't look to be occupied at present. Alright, now let me just double check bottom left corner, make sure I haven't left anyone behind. I have. Let's see, headquarters, we've got some more infantry here who can move. So they're part of, this is infantry, part of the Panzer Corps, so I really want these guys to be right up there, moving as far as they can. Okay, now I think we can move. This is 16th Army. Yeah, bring up the air unit. Now we can move the Panzer divisions, one at a time. How far can these guys go? And what do they want to do? There is, of course, Veliki Luki out here on the right, and then there is, yeah, a couple of objectives out here. Novgorod is going to be important. I think smashing through Pskov here. Try and get... I don't know. This is where... I think just drive north and worry about this later. So... I can try to just... That's a tough defense there, but might be a way in here if I hit. That's anti-tank. If I hit that anti-tank, hope for the best. Yep, they routed, good. And then try and push in. Hit that fortified region. And then, I don't think I want to hit them. That's a motorized division. But I can grab this other Panzer division, 1st Panzer Division. And they, I reckon... Capture some supply. Jump in there. Capture more supply. Capture more supply and fuel. And we're in Pskov by turn 2. And looking pretty good. Alright. But, you know, we're really racing ahead of everything else. Here's my HQ. I'll bring them up and stack them with the divisions. Got these guys left. Okay, so let's just, try and do something on our flanks, I guess. Yeah. I can't attack there. What I'll just do is kind of hold. I'm mindful of these little streams that will create a combat penalty. Tough defense there, really tough defense there. But if I just kind of hold that flank and then use a motorized division out on the left to hold that flank, I reckon that should be enough. That should deter the Russians from trying anything. These guys will probably retreat to the north. These guys will probably fall back now that Pskov has fallen. They'll just probably panic. Yeah, okay, so pretty good start. Just browsing through units. I have done my rail conversion. Yep, they are construction battalions. They'll do that automatically. We'll probably have new construction battalions pop out here. I'll just show you again that rail. This is what I'm building, straight out to Daugavpils and across and up. So I'll be here by next turn and then here. And then we'll have to slow down and wait for everyone else to catch up. Alright, F12, next turn. 2 turns down. And we're heading into July 1941. Okay, here we go. Oh, they're tightening the noose around Pskov. They're not wanting, or are they trying to retreat through my units? Quite possibly. Did they not realise that I captured tons and tons of fuel from this area? Are we ready to go? You ready, AI? Alright, here we go. Where's my rail conversion unit? There it is. We'll do these guys first. rail convert there, please. And then, where are you? Rail convert there. And then shift along and rail convert there. It is a bit of a problem. I think you can turn that off, that automatic. It automatically selects every unit in the hex you move to. Rail convert there. Shift along, rail convert there. Oops, did I miss one? What happened? Rail convert there. Shift along, made a mistake. Rail convert there. Shift along. Out of rail conversion points. I don't know why. Okay, so now let's get these Panzer Corps infantry formations up. And yeah, watching that flank. These guys as well. Watching the left flank. Enabling. Who are you guys with? Okay. So yeah, we do have to watch their supplies. We don't want them to be cut off. Shouldn't be too hard. They've sent in their little airborne brigade to try and interfere. Let's get... You'll notice that their action point allowances start to reduce. They're down to 28 now. Yes, retreat out of the way, please. You two, keep moving. I can cross the river, and I want to clear out this formation. They're going to be a pain if I don't. You can see Soviets responding in the area. Yep, so I'm going to click. Okay, so because they were... I can't do a coordinated attack because of that. They cut supplies. So I wonder if it's worth... It might just be worth holding it for one... Clearing the flanks. Yep, they routed. We'll clear this headquarters out of the way. And then... Oh, they can't. Okay. I don't think I'll worry about... Yeah, there's a good defense up there. So I think... Oh, here we go. Capture Tallinn. And then shift back. I really should learn about air transport and air supplies. That's probably 50 pages in the manual. That shouldn't be a problem. Security unit shattered. Just clearing out these remnants of Russians up here. Shattered, and now we can clear all these units out. So again, just reiterating, if you could really learn about supplies, and you can fly supplies in, or you can just start pointing and clicking and see how you go. Without sort of worrying. You wouldn't have to read a single rule. You don't have to open the manual to know how to right click. What objectives are out here? I don't know. Vitebsk, is that one of my... No, it's not. But I will need the infantry out there eventually. And I should protect... Yeah, I've got to watch my flanks, so... They are subordinate straight to the 16th Army. Subordinate to the 2nd Corps, so I might send the 2nd Corps out here. And then we'll send this 28th Corps just slightly to their north. Second Corps. Yep, you're good. 16th Army can hang about there. A bit reckless with the air bases, I'm aware, but as I said, I don't really use them. I got here HQ, good. All right, now we've still got these panzer divisions. And decisions. Do I worry about trying that northern route, or do I just try and push through here and really keep the Russians on edge? I think I'll put them there. I'll push the headquarters into there. I just worry that that's going to be really tough. In fact, it might be... I want these guys out of the way, but I don't like my odds, and I can't do a coordinated attack. I just don't want to suffer any heavy losses from these Panzer divisions. So this might be a case of waiting at least one turn. Infantry will catch up next turn. Yeah, I'll do that. Play it safe. I really don't like the kind of chances of a one-on-one attack against that motorized division. Strong Russian motorized division in a fort. Okay, well that's about it for turn 3. I'll just check everything back down here. That headquarters can now move up now. No, they can't. They're still inactive. Luftwaffe 1 can move up. Security units will keep around here. They're pretty fast moving, so they should be able to respond to anything. I think that's kind of their role. And F12. So as I said, this is very frequently discounted. I just checked the shop, and at present it's $118 Australian. I would not pay that. I think I paid half price 8 years ago. I think I paid $60 8 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever it was. And I'm pretty sure in the last Matrix sale it was very heavily discounted. It's like 66% off. So you could get it for 30 or 40 or so. But, as I said, it's been sort of improved by War in the East too. So if you really want the absolute very best, I mean, I didn't think there was much that needed improving in this. I didn't think there was anything that needed improving. It's a very solid game. I understand the AI is better. I don't know. Apparently it's the best AI that they've developed, that the team have developed, so that's probably a good selling point. I have only played this solo. There is a very active play by email community, which you can check out in the Matrix forums. Alright, let's see what's happened around here. Okay, they've tightened their ring around Pskov. They've also cut me off up here in Tallinn. Now I don't know why I have supplies here. Maybe I'm getting some naval supplies through. Alright, so we'll try one division at a time. The defense of 1, I should clear them out. Yep, they're routed. Try another division now, push them up into here. Alright, so now I'll get these guys. They're not going to be able to make it. I might try and get a strong attack going here, because that looks like a big stack. Seven to 1. We route one, retreat the other. That means that maybe this formation can clear them out, I hope. Yep, routed, good. And clear that route back through. I kind of, yeah, I can push out of there now. It looks like they push their defenders out from here to form a new line down here. So that leaves this line more weakly defended. Ooh, maybe not. That's, again, let's check out. Yeah, they got some fortification there. Alright, well, we'll keep our motorized division where they are. Bringing up the infantry. We can't send them all north. We'll send some out. Let's also, the fun part, get our rail units going. Why does he want to build a rail unit there? I don't know. He's got movement point. Maybe he's got certain... Anyway, that's where he's going. He doesn't want to convert anymore. What did I say? These guys were going to... so the Russians are just pulling away from this area, which is good. Bad news is they're forming some stronger defensive positions. Surrendered. That was just a fortified section thing. Ooh, they've got a fort as well. Okay, so they're fortified along that river. I need to kind of get across there quick. Combine those units, try and attack there now. Yep, so I can push them back across the river, which gives me... Well, I said I wanted the infantry to move up there, and I've been stuffing around down here. Okay, let's try and get rid of this little anti-tank. They retreated, but I want them gone. Surrendered, that's what I wanted. Alright, moving to just protect that. I'll move in there actually. Alright, I should be able to get... Yeah, so now I can get back in supply. I can get a combined attack, selecting the stack, holding shift, we'll add them, can't add them for some reason. And we'll attack here, fingers crossed, yes, just enough to retreat them. Alright, let's get across that river now from here, Panzer Division, getting across. They've used all their points, but yeah, that'll help us out a bit. These guys are still available, but they're holding a key position across that river, so I think I might just hold them for now. Get the infantry. This is of course from the Panzer Corps, and they will march in here. This is also from a Panzer Corps, and we'll send them, I think, across. Watching this area here, but they're in a security unit, so they won't do much. do have an infantry. Can those guys just get out of there, make some room for these guys, and then maybe we can get an attack without the HQ across that river? Can we push across that river if they retreat? Do you have enough movement? Come on, one of you must have enough movement. Just not enough. Yes, there is enough. All right, there we go. Creating a bridgehead. Okay. Who else wants to move up? Send forward the HQs, send forward the HQs, send forward the HQs. So I left click the HQ, look for their friendly units and move them up to join. Here you can see more of these autonomous construction battalions coming out to build those railroads that I've ignored. Send out the main. These guys. Everything's going well. We can finally move our HQ. Here we go for the 9th Army. We've got another division ready to go. Anyone stuck up here? Nope, got you guys all out. These guys. And you might as well move that one extra hex. So I've got to clean out these islands here, but we'll sort that out later. I don't think they're going to be a threat. They're all routed, so we can press F12. 4 turns done. We are, what, just about a quarter of the way through. I think it was a 17-turn scenario. And I can see, is that Leningrad just up there? I think that's Leningrad, right? I can't move whilst, oops, let's say no, yeah, that's Leningrad. Look at those defences. Ouch. So it's going to be a grind to push through there. I don't know how to get that done. That's when I really may have to start using my air. So, what are we up to now? 17th of July, turn 5. And I don't know enough about historical progress. This is when, oh look, I think there was a brief pause and then there was kind of a split in German plans. The northern drive and the drive towards Novgorod on the side here. And then, of course, the terrain gets really, really difficult. I can't believe they're not pulling back here. They are just hanging about. Alright, where are my infantry? Oh, we've got some from the 10th Corps who have caught up. I wonder... Okay, they're not fortified. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, all along that line there. I wonder what I can do to pin some of these Russians in to this area. Right, we'll keep driving towards Vitebsk. I might get this 9th Army to swing out to the right and drive to... I think I said that earlier, didn't I? It'll be their job to swing out to the right. It's going to be a gamble, but let's give it a go. Yeah, it's a gamble. I will hold that position along the river there. I might need to send some more forces out this way. Okay, rail conversion. Here we go. Convert that. Move up 1. Convert that. Move up 1. Oh, that costs 3 points to convert that. That's why I couldn't do it. Convert that. Move up 1. Convert that. Move up 1. Convert that. Move up 1. And convert that. And we're done. We have rail up to here now, which is really good because we're almost at Pskov. Spare division, which I'd love out in the east. Here. We'll bring that security division out to there. Here we go. These guys are with the 16th Army. You are needed. Another division. Now, one thing I haven't done is, let me try and get them on the rail, and maybe I can rail move them. I should have thought about that. Got another security division out here. No other formations available. Alright, the Russians are poking their head out. Let's push it back in. Alright, now can these guys push through together? Let's have a look at the fortifications. 1 and 1. This is probably the way to go, down here. Hey, what happened to them? I wasn't watching. Alright. Still can't push through though. Can I get another formation? Come on. Oh, not enough. They hold. Can I get another attack off? You can't move. Oh, yeah, now it's gone bad. Alright, well, we need to hit this southern edge of the line as well. Down here. Oh, headquarters disappears. Ah! Do I have the Look at that, I've got some Finnish units up here. 5 turns into the scenario, I realise there's a Finnish border. Well, that would change things. Would it? Maybe the Russians, maybe I've just lulled the Russians into a false sense of security, because look at this, they don't have any defences up here. They're thinking, wise guys, not interested in the Finnish front. Okay, let's keep this going. Again, holding shift. Ooh, that's a tough. 414, they're only retreating, wow. Alright, I wonder if they just thought, if the AI thought, yeah, he doesn't want to attack you. Alright, what can we do down here? I would love to be able to get that unit out of the way. Yeah, now they retreat. We are rapidly forcing them. I shouldn't have done that. That won't work. Yep. Rapidly forcing them back. They've got a pretty good garrison down here. That's Hunko. I'll just leave them, I guess. We'll give it a go, see what happens. Yeah, nothing's going to happen there. could be tough. I've got 3 divisions, I think. Yeah. Force them out of their positions. I'll chase them down. Yeah, that's the way. Keep it going. Now, there's no objectives out here, though, is there? They're just defending. They've got those, what are they called? Fortified region defences, just holding that line. But there's no... So I really want to swing down. They're just retreating bit by bit. That'll do for now for Finland. Alright, I need to think about what to do here. I'd just like to push these guys back a little bit to give me some space to be able to break through maybe next turn. I don't want to break through this turn because I don't have the infantry support. I mean, maybe bringing... I think I planned this earlier, didn't I? Bring that infantry away from the river up to here, and then hitting that point. Yeah, that'll retreat them a little bit. That's going to be risky, but I'll try it. Yeah, just not enough. And I'll try push that security point out of the way, and they're done. Oh, there's some infantry as well. We'll hit there. Still holding. Okay, that's a pain. Rolling that line up from the north. Alright, so now it's still a problem. Let's try the motorized division. They are on full supply. Oh no, they're not. Sorry, they're only at 11. So I could get this route through to Novgorod. Maybe I could do that. Routed, good. Let's see. I might swing around via Novgorod. That should work. Retreated. Or I could do both. Novgorod. I just want to activate that one division to push in there. Push them back out of the way. And then come back around through here. I'll leave them there for now. Oh, here we go. We can move this infantry up and they can jump straight across the river. Okay, so I've split them guys up. I'll put them there, that's okay. And I think I'm done. Okay, so look, I'll wrap it up here for now. 5 turns in, And you can see this is Army Group North. It's a huge theatre, and I have, as I said, I have read the manual 6-7 years ago, but I'm coming to this pretty cold, not using air units, not worrying about supplies, just pointing and clicking and kind of getting back into the feel. As I come across things, I kind of can consult the manual. So I've checked two things. I've checked headquarters supply earlier, and I checked rail units because they're pretty important. And they're the only two rules that I checked. Everything else, I'm just kind of like point and click, see how you go, and yeah, as I kind of dive into it, I'll check things out in more detail. But yeah, like I said, this for this big intimidating game, you could just load it up, get started with these scenarios. I mean, this is 1/3 of Barbarossa in terms of map dimensions and the army groups. 17 turns focused. I'm 1/3 the way through it, but yeah, look, folks, check it out. War in the East, Matrix Games, Slytherin. Yeah, hope that's been of interest.